What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with my MMA news, and today's guest just made his UFC debut back at UFC Vegas 72, where he picked up a big win over a veteran in Julian Erosa. Joined today by Fernando Padilla. Fernando, thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
So, Fernando, for you, right, you haven't fought since 2021, yet you're making your UFC debut here in 2023. So, obviously, a little bit of time off there. Just explain a little bit about that time off and, this whole process of getting this first UFC fight here at UFC Vegas 72.
Man, I've been just I got the signing in 2021, and yeah, I felt like, man, I was ready right away. They got me the fight with Sean Soriano, and then that one fell off because of the visa issues and all these things. So, bro, I was the process was obviously like long and it was hard, but bro, like I was there. I was constant with it. I didn't let it beat me, and I stay active. I stay really active. I know for a lot of people it's hard to believe. They're like, hey, how like the ring rust and all these things they had to happen, and I know that it might happen, but I was ready for this. It wasn't a delay and like my abilities or like if I was sitting down on the couch. It wasn't that. It was me constantly getting better and getting ready for the call. I was just uh, getting prepared for the moment, and I feel that my mindset told me to do that, and when I did it, everything started flowing better. And I got the fight. I finished the camp, and then I got in the cage in the blink of an eye, man. In the blink of an eye, honestly, like I was talking to one of my friends, and I was telling him how like, man, I next week I'm going to do the fight week in the UFC, and I swear yesterday I had like 7 weeks to train. It was just so fast, like at that point, and it felt really good, man.
All right, so now all that's out of the way here. Let's get into this first UFC experience here. We'll start with fight week. The first UFC fight week's usually, a lot of fun for a lot of fighters just because of everything that goes into it with the poster signings, getting the fighter kit, the media days, all that type of stuff there. So, just what was the first UFC fight week like for you? How much did you enjoy it?
Amazing. And it was just a dream come true. Not just because the UFC obviously made it the best. It's incredible to be on a fight week and not having to worry about what I'm going to eat, how am I going to be transportating to places. You know, me personally, I fought in a lot of companies during these all these 10 years that I've been fighting, and nothing is like the UFC. Nothing treats you like they do. Nothing moves you like they do. Like it is the best spot to be. Like if you want to feel professional as an MMA fighter. Um, and that was first of all what make it amazing. And then second of all, like I had my coach from Chihuahua. I don't know if you hear about that story too. That was my first coach, first and only coach, and then he dropped me with Colin Oyama 7 years ago. So like having my two coaches, my two main coaches during all these uh road, this fucking rodeo, it was crazy, it was amazing having them there. They both connect really good and make my fight week just better. It was really really nice.
And for a lot of fighters, I know that that first fight week, there's a lot of nerves. And I know there's usually pretty much nerves or anxiety that goes into every fight, or for most fighters, it's that way. But if I'm not mistaken, if I heard you right in your post fight interview, you said right in the octagon, you had no nerves, right, coming into this fight. So explain what that was like, of how you were able to stay so calm on fight week.
It was like I said, like I literally said it there, and that's exactly how I was feeling. That was my whole me speaking. It was like, man, how nervous you can be when you really feel that you belong here, and I always felt that. I always felt that. I even have a question back in the media day where they asked me, is like, hey man, well, why would you didn't fight in other companies? Why you didn't went out of the UFC and like, oh, I'm gonna fight here, I'm gonna fight there. It's like, why? And I why would I want to do that? Like, the goal has been always UFC. The goal has been always getting that contract, saving that contract, and make it another one, you know. And like, why would I get out of here, you know? And so like, I always knew that it was gonna happen. I always knew since day one. If there's someone who believe in me, it's me. If not, I wouldn't like. I don't know if you know why they call me El Valiente. Uh, it's because of this tattoo. I get this tattoo when I was 18 years old after my sixth professional fight. And this tattoo it's a loteria card, a Mexican game. He usually have a sword in his right hand, and then he have a cover, like a bed cover on the left hand. He's just like grabbing it. So I took the cover, and I put the UFC belt there. And I know when I win it, I'm gonna fill it up. So like a lot of people don't know these things, you know. Like I truly believe in myself. I did it since day one. Uh, I've been proving people wrong, from my family to my friends to like like a lot of people. You know, it's not like I had a lot of doubters at the beginning, and then like people just start turning into believing in like what I want to do. And man, it's like it's incredible how like many people mobilize to go see me. Friends from here from California, my mom and dad, you know, my old coach coming all the way from Chihuahua. So like all that thing just calm me down, and it gives me the right positive energy that I'm doing what I have to do. So when I got into that cage, it was all business, man. It was all business, no emotions. Just I went there to do my job.
All right, so that tattoo is pretty cool, not gonna lie, and I like that you have the belt on there. I know you have to get it colored in, and there's a whole, obviously process that goes into that there with your career as it goes on here, and it's great that you have those inspirations there that you want to, predict that future, so to speak here, and obviously you're off to a great start with doing so here because Julian, obviously a great opponent, and for you to get him in your first night out, get this big win the way that you did is very impressive. So let's start breaking down this limited action here because you got it done inside of the first round here. Just take us through kind of those straight right hands that were able to land as you're able to get the finish. I know there was some controversy too with the stoppage. Just kind of take us through that as well.
Oh well, I felt at the beginning. Me personally thought that I was gonna be a like a 3 round fight, maybe 2 round fight. But it was it started pretty quick. I think I was just like the calmness give me that flow that I was feeling. I was just flowing with the punches. I think I landed the first jab, and I saw his face like turning red, and I felt this expression of like, damn, you like I felt like he he felt a harder punch than what he was expecting. His eyes open up, and like his face was like completely red. So I was like, okay, I had this. I just need to be like really cautious. Um, I think I rushed 2 times into some like he fade back with some weird hooks, but like I really didn't feel the punches. But other than that, it was just calculative, calm, collective. I checked both of his kicks. I think I was mixing it up pretty well with the kicks and the low kick. The jabs were landing all the time, and then as soon as I landed like 2 more jabs, I knew my coach screamed, "Work on your fakes." So I faked, and he bited, and then I just let go that combo. It was a hook, cross, upper left uppercut, and I start following, cautiously following. I didn't try to just jump in to knock him out. Like I start throwing like more combos. I saw him bouncing on the cage, and that right hand just I line it up with my step. Boom, boom, 1, 2. I'm fascinated by the sprawl that I did. To be honest, that's my highlight. He shoot, and at that moment I can tell you I think he was in automatic. He shoot in automatic, to be honest. And then I did just the sprawl, control the wrist. He stand up, and I was able to follow him going up. I throw a hook, jab, and a solid cross. And what I saw in that moment, like I thought that cross actually disconnect him. but he bounced right back, and the referee already was saying stop. So yeah, I did my job till the referee say stop. Like, but yeah, that second right hand, and personally, I think that's why he stopped with the ref. He saw the same thing as that I'd see, and I really see him disconnecting on that one. So like, props to him for like moving around, and I know he say it was not a good stoppage, but hey man, I did my job.
Yeah, man, hell of a performance there. Like I said, Julian's a tough night out for anybody. He's a veteran there. You made it look really easy. Obviously, we know you saw the tattoo. We know what your aspirations are here in the sport. I was just gonna ask, getting that win the way that you did over Julian like that. Do you think it kind of sent a message out to the rest of the division? We know it's not the deepest division in the sport. You think you're kind of primed here to make a big run now that you're back in action here?
Hell yeah, I think I when I saw the fight, I tell you there's been a lot of uh back and forward adrenaline since that day. Uh, the first 2 days, I really honestly I didn't even grab my phone. I was with my parents, but like things really didn't hit it till I came here on Monday to OC. I came and sit down on my chair, started watching the videos, the fight. I actually rewatched the fight, and for sure that was a statement. Like that's what I understand. Like not just for the UFC, but for the world. So like if that don't put me on a spot where like I can be on a pay-per-view next time, or just maybe like on something that more people can go and support. I don't know what else I have to do. If I have to go and show it again, I will. I will work my hardest like I always do. So it's just question of time. I love to fight, like I said it, and I will love to have a lot of fights in this year, not just this year, but the years to come, and just prove that like what I was saying is right, how hard work is gonna work, and what I believe I'm gonna become, like it's gonna happen.
All right, man. With all that being said, then I guess the only other question left for you here is, I mean, what's next? That's one hell of a debut. Obviously, we saw the tattoo again earlier. We know what you want to accomplish in the sport. What's kind of the roadmap looking like here? What do you want next? Do you have anything in particular, an opponent in mind, a location in mind, anything like that?
Yeah, I hope soon. To be honest with you, like I'm not hurt. I'm trying to go back to training on Friday. So just question of talking with my manager, talking with my coach. Let's see what the UFC wants to, and I'll be ready for the next one too. So everyone can say whatever they want, but I'll be ready, man. I'll be ready.
Fernando, it's been great speaking with you here today. First UFC win again. Congratulations on that. I'm sure it's gonna be the first of many. You have a bright future here in the UFC. Looking forward to following all of it. Just the last thing before you head out for the day: social media, so people know where to follow you at. You have any like management or sponsorships, anything like that that you got to plug? Floor is yours. Take it away.
Uh, Argos as my sponsor for a fact. My dad and Jose Luis Diaz from Chihuahua. Second of all, my management, Iridium Sports. I have to say thank you to them always. They know that I love them, and they've been helping me so much with my career. Thank you to you, brother. Thank you to you for taking your time and wanting to talk to me. I really really appreciate it. And social media on Instagram, El Valiente MMA. Follow me there, and you see all my road to be the greatest.